If like and hello, it's Vo, and welcome to Schedule 1. This is 10 days in Hyland Point, which is the place Schedule 1 is occurring. Vo Voseph is here before Willow Creek. Try to get the hardest achievement. Using his cursed knowledge. I didn't hear about it thankfully until I was about 90% done with the game. So basically, if you have your destination shelf with just one item, positions 1, 3, 5 and 7, and then load full stacks into your input shelf. When your handler moves them, your ones will become full stacks. So it's a way of duplicating anything that you pop on the shelves. If 10 is a full stack, then you just need 11 of the item. Get yourself going. Our man Vo Voseph has used this with gold bars after saving up 110,000 on his credit card to afford the 11 gold bars in the first place. After that, he's off to the races. And the price of gold bars fluctuates with Mick. You can sell them in at the pawn shop. If you're getting more than 100 grand per stack, it's a good day and you should be selling. So that's how you get up to the 10 million. It's probably the hardest achievement to get in the game. He still doesn't have the Indian dealer for pickpocketing back some of the supply that he's just sold somebody. Other than that, he has everything. This is the back of the Taco Ticklers, which is one of the businesses that you can get to help launder your money, your ill-gotten gains. So yeah, this is a prequel to his time in The Sims. He's got the 10 million in cash, but in order to move games, he's gonna have to pay off 1 million from his card. His mission is mainly now is to launder the money. He just exclusively deals in the prime bud. He's created by mixing 4 things with the OG Kush. He's got that set up in the barn, along with making a 4-mix meth. And just growing the OG Kush for the supply. Yeah, listed for sale. Just selling the premium quality bud. That way we can sell it to everyone. It's got plenty of dealers, like Waylong here. Getting this passive income, as long as we keep them topped up with product. So the customers text us throughout the day, and we arrange to meet them all at night, so you get a curfew bonus for coming out after curfew. Gets you more XP and cash. We don't need cash at this point, but we need the XP. Still got one more area to unlock. With it will come one more dealer and more customers. So there's a push to try and get the extra, as much XP as we can. We're going door to door to get some extra sales. All the sales that we do get us extra XP, more so than we just leave everything to the dealers. This is the bungalow. This is the second place that you unlock after getting your motel room. We've got a grow here, where we're growing the Granddaddy Purple and the Green Crack. Around here we've got one of our dealers. We get our cash from Molly. Sell to our neighbour. So yeah, we're going door to door, getting as much extra sales as possible, on top of the ones that we're texted about. Try to get our XP level up. Get that last area unlocked. Once we've satisfied the customers in that area, they'll hook us up to the dealer. That'll be the last thing that we need to do. This is the area above the Chinese restaurant. Little apartment. First place we expand to after the motel room. Just got room for one employee. So we've got one growing the sour diesel in here. We've got to come and pack it ourselves. This is Jane, another one of our dealers, just wandering around looking lost. Yeah, police only care about us being out after curfew, no one else. So yeah, as we unlock different areas, we unlock more customers, we can knock on more doors after hours, make more sales like this. Gives us extra time for our money to launder. Gives us more to do when the clocks are stopped at 4 AM. And the fewer employees you've got, the more sort of packaging and things you've got to do yourself. This is the barn. This is where we've got our good mixes with our OG Kush. We're making our premium bud. We're mixing it with gas, then coke, then mega bean, then battery. And over here, we've got our glass that we're cooking. Banana, then coke, then horse juice, then the mega bean. Mixed up by these wonderful employees. So yeah, that's day 110. 110 subscriber special. Close to 111. That's going to be the final part of Vo Voseph's journey in The Sims. Been sitting on that one for a while. Yeah, I'm sure this will get us over the edge. So being a millionaire, I think we'll get him kitted out. Get him a cool sports car in purple. Get him some cool clothes and gear. Purple and black all the way. Get him kitted out in style. Yeah, I've never looked through this stuff before. It's not quite as good as Cass, but I'm sure we can make him up a cool look. Slots that I think we just drag things in. I'm sure we can go and sell his old clothes. We won't need to keep a hold of them. Oh yeah, the hat is good. So yeah, this is a prequel before he gets his big beard. He has to work to earn $1 million in his games before he can move on to the next one. Much like Quantum Leap. He's got to pay to jump. So we got our old clothes in the trunk, only 4 little slots in our sports car. Not as good as our big van. Yeah, when we arranged to meet everyone, we arrange to meet them after curfew. We always upsell them so they're getting a jar. So you don't want to deal with baggies. Makes it a lot easier when you're dealing in jars and bricks. Could get golden toilet if you save up 550,000. And you could get potentially 11 golden toilets. If there's an achievement for 100 million, that would be the strategy. As always, the game's still a work in progress. So we'll see what happens in the future, where the updates go. That might actually be a thing at some point. And if we can still use the glitch to magically replicate things, moving them from one shelf to another. Yeah, that'll be the way forward. Try to get some cash from Molly, but cops are onto us. If the cops see you, they'll give chase. It's quite easy to evade them. Lower your wanted level. Just running away and hiding. Yeah, some locations that you go to meet customers in, it's quite easy to get spotted. We're being quite cheeky and meeting people, even as we're under arrest. So yeah, sometimes it's easier to get away than others. Much like everything in the beginning, when you're first playing the game. Yeah, it's a bit daunting and scary. Get used to it. You wouldn't dare set up your meetings for after curfew when you're first playing. But yeah, this is day 111. He's experienced by this point. He runs the city. He is the danger, you know. Got a casino here. Good for offering these guys who are always here. They only get to go when I decide it's the end of the day. Feel a bit sorry for them, so keep them going. Play $1,000 blackjack for fun. That's what the millionaires do. Yeah, we've got one of our doors that has multiple people, so they can all merge inside each other and look crazy for a little while. Especially when they get zombified and cyclopean and yeah, they do love that stuff. Certainly looks as though they're enjoying themselves and they keep coming back for more. Yeah, more door to door, push that XP level. Getting away from the cops also gets you XP. We're in the final stretch of unlocking the final area. Unlock the final dealer and the final customers. Yeah, just getting that achievement would have been the stumbling block. It would have been a long time of grinding. Yeah, we're successful, but to generate that much money, it's going to take a couple of hundred more hours of grinding. And we're just having fun. Spending money lavishly. Getting things that we probably don't need. A sports car and a gun. Even drinking some of the Red Bull rather than even using it for mixes. Yeah, okay. More than 1,000 XP. 1,005. Enough to get us up to Baron 1. Unlock Uptown. That's us unlocked the last area of the game. Okay, and we've got to focus on the laundering. Can't miss opportunities. to keep on top of it. And at the end of the day, find things to do. Get an extra launder out of it. Everything stops at 4 o'clock, but your deliveries that are counting down before they arrive, that carries on going. And your money laundering, that carries on going. So we've got new customers to try and woo. We've got a whole bunch of different things, from trial and error making things. These are the most picky customers in the game. So some of them will need to get lucky with what we've got. Effects that they really want. And the effects that the things that we've got won't always match up. But if we can match 1 or 2 out of the 3 of their desires, we should be able to get them. As I say, we've been building up for a while. Supply of all these random things, usually giving them away to these addicts that chase you down out of nowhere. It's quite terrifying. You'll suddenly be accosted by someone who really wants something, and if you don't give them what they want, sometimes they can get hostile on you. So for most of the game I've had a supply of some hard stuff, just in individual bags in the first slot, just to give to these guys that creep up on you. We've got all the properties, we've got all the businesses, but Ray is still in his office with nothing to sell. He won't let us give him a free sample when he's working, so we've got to catch him later on. Not so successful with Pearl. Priest has an entourage of cops. Yeah, he's definitely dodgy. Try to figure out what he wants, what's going to be best for him. But those cops turn around at the end of the street and then chase us down. Thankfully we managed to evade them. 64% with Tobias. He's not really keen. You can try once a day to woo these customers. So I will get back to him tomorrow. Tattoos, never thought about. Seems you can only get one or the other. Go for the tribal, Mike Tyson style. A few things. This will spend some of the money. It's small change in comparison to what we've got and what we're aiming for. We'll get him laundered up to 500,000. And next time there's an update for the game, there's a little more to do. We'll come back, finish off his laundering up to 1 million. Go to part 2. As I say, the game's a work in progress, so yeah, I'm sure there'll be another place to unlock, another business for laundering money, another area with some more customers further down the line. So we'll get him halfway there like Bon Jovi. Up to 500,000 laundered. As well as obviously getting these last few new customers and their local dealer on side. Want to get my production up and going again. After discovering that exploit, I stopped putting money in everyone's cases. The only person that was getting paid was that one handler that duplicated the gold bars. Everything became rather pointless after grinding for so long. come back from there. Actually get everything set up properly again. Got the facilities to make more than enough product to keep everyone going. We don't need magic duplication. Don't need freebies. Probably never get through the supply that we've got. Hopefully in the updates there'll be another product that we can make. That'll be a good turn. Yeah, very fun game, would recommend. So meeting up with our seed hookup, our supplier who's gonna get us all the seeds we need for all our different grows that we've got going on. Got the van park that we can use as an extra storage space. Got plenty of slots for us to use. We are right next to the motel, which just becomes storage once you've got everything else unlocked. No need to be sleeping there. No need to be using it for a grow that you're supposed to be tending yourself. You generally want employees doing everything for you. And you're just running around, resupplying them. That's really the end game stuff. So you're pushing to get all the achievements done. Try and get that 10 million. We certainly could waste money on more vehicles and things to use as extra storage outside each of the factories. Keep the production going, more supplies, but we still have to move them around ourselves. Sadly, we can't tell our handlers to move things from the vans into the warehouses. There is still part of the chain. You can make the chain long enough that you only need to attend to it once a day. Not much longer than that. If it's a big production, like in the barn or down the docks. Yeah, we'll get everything set back up and put money in people's suitcases. Get everyone working again. Say everything sort of became pointless. The focus became, well, we may as well go for the 10 million. Yeah, unlocking that last area gives us something to do. Gonna hire some more employees. Need a chemist for the bungalow. Help make more glass. Need a chemist for the docks. Get them to flavor our Coke. And we'll get another handler down there as well. This is a warehouse where all the villainy occurs. You can get baddies supplies. Unlock it partway through the game. You can only get in after 6 at night. So there's another place to go once the time runs out. And they deal in cash, so it's not eating away at your credit card supplies. And you're generally trying to put the money from cash into your bank without arousing suspicion. Sometimes if you overdo it, you need to take money back out. It feels like a failure. So we're going to tell our new employee where their bed is. And then we'll tell them which stations we expect them to work on. We can do 4, so we've got 2 lab ovens and 2 sort of chemistry workstations. Tell the chemistry workstations what they're making. Give it enough supplies. Of course, we put money in their briefcase, and they should start working on it tomorrow. Keep our supply of glass up. I always want to stay on top of that laundering. As soon as we get the notification that the money's been laundered, even if it's in the middle of all our drops, we can drop in and do some laundering on the way past. Yeah, we can get handlers to resupply these meth cooking stations. It's just another route. They've got a limit of how many routes they can go on. We've got a limit of how many employees we can have in each location. So yeah, some of the jobs that you only need to do once a day, you want to leave to yourself. It's not the end of the world. It just means you need to do a sweep round every location once a day. Because they go through so much materials to make this prime bud. They go through 360 of each thing every day. So you need both delivery vans twice a day. Keep it going. So you need to run past the barn quite often. Keep everything going. Some of these other jobs, like making bricks out of bud, quite satisfying. Don't mind doing it. The packaging is quite satisfying, calming, therapeutic, just like the products. So yeah, occasionally just when you're minding your own business, you'll have people just bursting down the door because they're so desperate for it. But then it's your fault for the addictiveness of the product that you're putting out there. You've created the monsters. Now you've got to deal with them. Yeah, the brick press, can't recommend enough. Once you've been dealing with jars and baggies for so long, brick press is the way. As soon as you unlock it, start using it. So yeah, I'll set up a couple of handler routes. So they no longer use the jars. And they're now putting everything into bricks. Save us needing to purchase jars. And it's easier for us to just pass on to the dealers. In the beginning, you've got the dealers try to do too many things. It's easier just to have them doing one product in bricks and another one in jars. Just give them 20 bricks of something and 20 jars of something else. A sort of major and a minor. Once you've got that set up for all the dealers, and you've got enough different products to go around, it becomes easier to manage. We'll keep the prime bud going into jars because we're selling it ourselves. Nobody really wants more than a jar's worth. A couple of our high roller customers that we've just unlocked will want 10, which is 2 jars. I don't think any of them would want a brick, which is essentially 4 jars. You can maybe upsell a couple of the high rollers that far. Yeah, not in the normal course of things. So yeah, we've got our handler changed to incorporate the brick press now. Make sure everyone gets paid. A spare route on the end, which we're going to use to top up our supplies. our plants growing. The seeds in the soil. We're also using fertilizer to make sure it's premium quality. The Empire is all set up. As I say, I just sort of paused it all. I was focusing on using magic to duplicate golden bricks rather than bricks of product. I just need to launder it. Try and convert that millions into the bank, pretending that we're making all our money from these businesses that you never see anyone in. Did see someone going in at the post office once and was shocked, like, why is a person trying to use our business? It's not an actual business, don't you know? But that's it, I've never seen anyone in any of the other ones. Taco Ticklers just has Kyle. He's an employee and one of our customers. Yeah, he's always out of it. He'd be no good at actually getting someone's order right, I'm sure. So yeah, if the tax man came round to check any of these businesses, I'm sure we'd be in trouble. But thankfully that's not a thing. So yeah, they're just going to have to accept that our fabulous businesses are doing very well. We're able to rake in this much money. Yeah, making the bricks. Lovely fun. Even when it goes a bit wonky and you get a loose bud hanging out the back, it'll let you do it anyway. Yeah, someone's getting bumped on the weight of that one. Yeah, some of the elements of the game are very grindy, but it's a fun grind. Making heaps of XP and heaps of money. I don't think we really need either now. Gonna get high on our own supply. This one has special effects. It makes us athletic, so we run faster, anti-gravity, so that we jump higher, and gives us sneaky, so we're less detected by the police, and our pickpocketing box is higher. We're going to try and sell to people and pickpocket the product back off them. That's going to get us the last achievement that we need. Other than that, then finally convincing Pearl to become one of our customers. I think even if we gave her the same thing 2 days in a row, it's just a roll of the dice with the chances. Once we've got the customers, just got to keep them happy, so they tell us about the dealer. Yep, even with being sneaky, still missed the pickpocket. It's not something I've tried before. Making enough money from legitimately selling. I didn't even put up the price for a long time, above just what the recommended price was. After a while, I started putting everything up to about 1.5 times the recommended price. That's what I was doing all the sales for. Again, we'll get everyone going, make sure everyone's paid, get our money from the dealers, make sure they've got enough product to keep them going. These are some of our awesome deals. Some of these awesome customers who are taking 10. Giving us $2,000 at a time. Yeah, money's not relevant anymore. Play some high stakes blackjack. I mean, it's only when you're rich you win. When you don't need it. Make sure our money's laundering. was sleeping. Got another employee to set up. The game's getting laggy. And try and clear some of the rubbish to clear the lag. I think it doesn't help that we've got so much product loaded into the location. Heaps of shelves full up with heaps of stuff. Yeah, we'll tell our chemist to work these 4 machines to get our mix going, to make our prime coke. Do some more big deals. Some of our high rollers, the big spenders. Get put in touch with the dealer finally. And sure enough, they're quite happy to work for us. Don't think they have an option to say no. But we still need to give them some product. We check out the barn, it's pretty empty. Go through so much stuff to make the prime weed, to make the prime meth. Yeah, we'll give him some stuff, get him going, deal with these dodgers who are running at us in the street, launder the money, get towards that 500,000. Do a bit of work ourselves, tidying up, doing some mixing, doing some packaging, doing some selling, getting rid of the odds and sods of things. Yeah, we've got our core stuff and then a bunch of random stuff from trialing mixes. I've usually got reserved for the addicts that are coming barging in. Get rid of some of that. Don't need the XP, we don't need the money. But yeah, it's good just to tidy things up. Doing a lot of work after hours. Did have these set up with the PGR and the speed grow, which makes it grow faster and you get more out of it. We're turning that off, putting everything back to normal. Less things to worry about. I was putting things manually, the poor quality leaves, I was hanging them up on the drying racks and then forgetting about them, not taking them off in time, all different qualities and stuff. Yeah, we're just going to make it simpler and sell off the extra speed grow and PGR bottles and things that we've got. Try and tidy things up, simplify things. Yeah, trying to make sure that our handler's got everything right. Where the leaves are going to get fed from the plant pots to the shelves by the botanists. And the handler's going to move the leaves from the shelves to the cauldrons, at which point the chemists will handle it. Chemists will move it from the cauldron to the ovens, then from the ovens to the output shelf, and the handler will pick it up from the output shelf and take it to the mixing machines. We're going to have all the ingredients added by another chemist. Try to resupply one of our dealers. One of these dodgers comes barging in, impatient, wanting their fix. As I say, you got to watch it. If they don't get what they want, you want to aim for 100% chance or high 90s. If they don't get what they want, they can attack you. And sometimes they have a weapon, and we've just got a skateboard, you know. If you die, I think you go right back to your last time you saved, which is like the start of the day. And if you're in curfew and you've been doing a whole bunch of stuff, you really don't want to go back to the start of the day. Yeah, now we're not using magic tricks. We can start using that shelving for what it was meant for. We're products that we're going to add to our mix. As always, we have to order and keep ordering more and more because they go through quite a lot to make the final product. It's worth it for the extra effects and the extra value that it creates. Keeps all these crazy people happy. Coming back for more. Yeah, we're going to order some more of the components for making meth as well. Get them ordered up to the bungalow. Starting to run low of things there. Yeah, the game's starting to get wonky whenever we're in here. Don't know if it's what we did to get to the 10 million, having the 10 million, or just the amount of product and things that's in the location. Yeah, the floor's not very stable. Like we've taken too much of the product ourselves. Sometimes we just fall through the floor and into the ocean with a plop. And then all of a sudden we're back standing where we were, you know. Could be drug-induced psychosis. Could be the game not handling things. Could be the game punishing us for being naughty and getting the 10 million without grinding for hundreds of hours. Tidy up. I know that helps the game run a little bit smoother when there's less little bits of rubbish lying everywhere. Using the trusty claw and buckets. Recycling everything. Got heaps of rubbish in our grow space. Yeah, we'll pick all this up. So we'll pile it all into one go in the bin, thinking surely this is worth millions. As much as you could possibly fit in and no more. Struggling to get the last few little bits in. It doesn't all quite fit in. We've still got some more for the next time. But yeah, just a couple of $100. I guess it matters what you're putting in there. And some of this waste isn't worth very much. Yeah, I think some of the trash items are worth more than others. Yeah, it's more valuable to clean up for the frame rate than it is for the money. Look at this, straight in behind us, into one of our businesses. We're closed, into one of our tables, melding with the furniture. Just like, they're crazy. We made them like this, and it's our fault. Managed to get rid of a lot of stuff, but the dealer's not a thing apparently. Make sure that your dealers are stocked up. They got things to sell. They will text you to say that they've run out of their stuff. We haven't assigned our latest dealer any customers. We want to keep all the big spenders. Get rid of all the people that are always wanting 4 and we have to convince them to go for 5. It's awkward adding Karen to the list when she just walked right in. Awkward. But yeah, we can put some of our low spenders on here and keep the big ones for ourselves, the ones that are going to give us $2,000 a sale. We're not desperately trying to squeeze 1,000 out of. There we go. Another addict dealt with successfully without being attacked. Keep them satiated. Keep the employees working, giving them stuff to do. Come back and see Mick. Sell off all the spare stuff we've got. Not worried about getting a lot. We've got another Dodger just interrupting. Yeah, we can't get anywhere without sorting out these addicts. But yeah, we've got a few more things to sell off to Mick. Again, we don't need the money, but we're tidying up at this point. We've still got plenty of singles in bags to give away to people when they pester us. Yeah, it's a bad day for gold. Good day for gold. You're selling 50, you're getting like 750,000. Bad day, you're getting about 360. So for a bit of fun, we park our van in front of the cops so they can't come out. It's right in front of the door to the cop shop. We get a new van and get it painted up purple. An upgrade. Same van, but it looks a lot cooler now. And we sort out our delivery. Again, just restocking our warehouse and our barn. It's a never-ending battle to keep them restocked. And doing deals for fun in between. Could give everyone to the dealers, but it is fun to do the runaround after dark. Shift some of the product yourself. Yeah, it's good you can be as involved as you want to be. We go for the pickpocket. Mess it up by loads. Really bad at it. Yeah, this is one of the last things we need to do is get this achievement. We get token our special bud that gives us the special powers. Make it easier on us. So many choices here. So we managed to get the thing that we just sold him. We managed to get the achievement. And then we just keep going, just trying to get everything from him. Go until we can't go anymore. We miss the cash by just a little bit. And before he can even get the cops on us, we're away. Jumping high and running fast, just enjoying the freedom of the special bud. Yeah, made about 20 or 30 of these individual buds and just still haven't gone through them all. Not that many times that I'm so desperate to get away. I'll crack one of these. Yeah, may as well jump around and enjoy it. And try and see things from the rooftops where you wouldn't normally see the game from. Yeah, unique perspective. Could do it in the daytime, make it better, but never mind. Yeah, often carry one of these special buds to help for a getaway should we need an escape route over the rooftops. But yeah, very rarely actually use it. Yeah, helped us get the final achievement. That's the main thing. Big earnings, big XP, big success. Move on to the next day. Okay, we're trying to tidy up, selling things. It's a good day for gold. Only 750. Getting for the 5 stacks of gold bars. Yeah, if you're doing that grind, you really want to have a van that's full of gold bars parked right outside Mix and just leave it there. Then go in with 5 stacks, see what he's offering for the price for the day. If it's the high price, just run back and forth from the van, sorting it out and cashing it in while the cashing's good. Most efficient way to get your money up. Chemists like to stand next to the TV up here, all confused. Give them a gentle reminder. Get everyone paid. We'll get some extra supplies from the warehouse of villainy. From our man Oscar. Might as well make sure you've got full hands, full pockets when you're moving around. There's always something needing resupplied. So we've got another handler, because we can, for our warehouse. Got room for the bed by moving the drying racks. This is mainly just to recreate our magic hack, because I miss it. So easy to duplicate things you're just about to run out of, like seeds or whatever. I'll keep it until it gets patched. Don't see a lot of people speaking about it, so I don't think everybody knows about it. When that changes, I'm sure it'll change. Let's see, if you did it from the start, you'd be playing the game in a completely different way. Just be gold bar trading simulator. Yeah. Control the cops by running through their yard when they're all stuck in the doorway and they can't get past our old van. Yeah, much like the duplication thing, I was skeptical that it would work until I tried it, and it does indeed work. Certainly easier to run around and do our business without the cops on our case. Yeah, we set up sort of strategic roadblocks and things to get in the way of business over the course of the day. Easy once they're out of the way. Come back over at the barn to find, yes, of course, unsurprisingly, almost everything's gone. Certainly the resupply shelves. We've got our shelves that supply the machines, and then shelves that supply those shelves. That way, if we fill up the shelves overnight, and we can use up all the stuff over the course of the day. We just need to call in the vans again later on that evening to do this resupply. Gonna move our packing stations now that we've got our brick presses. Place the old style packing station that we were using. More modern ones, easier to use. Move some of our shelves. Don't need a bed anymore, I think, in the post office. Got a much superior place in the taco ticklers. So I'm gonna move shelving into here. It's a better strategic location to have product here as well, that we can pass on to the last two dealers. And try and use these laundering businesses as stopgaps for moving the product around. There's plenty of time for moving everything around once the clocks have stopped. For packaging and handling. All the things that you need to do to keep everything going. Even the deals, as I say, it's best to have them going at night. So just like making sure the workers are doing their job during the day. Making sure the chain's not falling apart. Responding to texts and things. All the hard graft you really want to do after hours. Get all our orders put in. Finally get the bungalow restocked. Sell off some stuff to Mick. Get him sorted with a little something something. Hopefully it'll be a bit more favourable when we need to sell him stuff. Keep him sweet, you know. Selling the old clothes that we don't need. Now they've got our cool threads. there are going to be low quality cocoa plants that are going to be ready. Going to break out the watering can and the old electric trimmers. You can manually handle them. Don't get caught up in the supply. Confuse all our workers. Got more shelving popped out. Want to make sure that we can get past, get through, and we can access all the shelves. Looks like we can't actually get to the one at the back. Again, interrupted in our business. Then we created these monsters. So we're going to stagger the alignment of these shelves so we can get to them all. That'll provide us the maximum storage for that area. Yeah, I want to fit in as many shelves as we can. Making sure everything stays accessible. Again, helps us with the overflows of product. Keeps everything going. Again, we'll do all the work we can to keep everything moving, keep everything supplied ourselves, where the handlers can't do it. Run back and forth between locations when we mess up the orders and send the wrong things to the wrong places. No big deal. As I say, try and keep an eye on everything. Make sure everything's properly supplied and everyone's able to do their jobs. Keep selling to keep our reputation alive, our street cred up. Keep laundering to get towards that 500,000. Keep our dealers supplied. Make sure to get the cash. And tidy up by making odd mixes with the odds and sods of things that we've got left over. And using them for the increasing amount of people that want to barge in late at night and demand stuff from us. A lot easier on the second generation packing machine. You can see behind the computer we've got plenty more stuff moved around into our businesses, away from the factories themselves. Plenty of work just to kill time, moving things around, to wait for the laundering to be ready, so we can finish our 10 days in style and make it to our target. Getting 500,000 in the bank, and hopefully come back for a part 2 when there's a little bit more to do, a bit more to buy, a bit more to make, maybe another place to distribute it. And we'll see about laundering that other 500,000. Yeah, I do enjoy playing this game. Even when it is grindy, it's a fun grind. Keep coming back to it. A lot of late nights. A lot of good distraction from the editing of the more long form stuff that I do. Yeah, we'll get him asleep. He's finished. 119. 10 days in Hyland Point. He's got his 500,000. He's got his achievements. We'll come back next time, pick up his adventure where we left off from. Until then, do take it easy. I'll see you all in the next one.